Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are checking out my channel for the very first time, definitely consider subscribing because I make awesome videos on a weekly basis that you guys are gonna love. So it's been a crazy year for the fashion industry, and despite the pandemic, these models still managed to stay booked and busy all year round. Here's a look at some of the top contenders for Model of the Year in 2020. These models were some of the most desirable models to work with in the industry this year. They stayed busy booking magazine covers and publications, and they also stayed busy on the runway as well. So let's take a look coming right up. So let's take a look at the long shot contenders. These models realistically don't have a chance to be Model of the Year, but anything could happen in the fashion industry, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a surprise winner this year. Abby Champion is an American model that managed to stay busy. She did 43 shows where she opened 2 shows and closed 3. She was also featured on the cover of 3 magazines this year, so that was huge. Hyandra Martinez is one of the top Latina models in the industry today. This year alone, she did 27 shows and she was on the cover of 6 magazines. Gigi Hadid had to take a few months hiatus from her modeling career because she was pregnant, and if it wasn't for that, she definitely would have been higher on this list. She still managed to book 20 shows. She opened 1 of those shows and closed 3. She was also featured on the cover of 8 magazines in 2020. And now looking at the Runway Queens, the slayers of the runway. MOTY is a Senegalese model who actually grew up in Italy. She walked 44 shows this year, opened 1 show and closed 2. She was also featured on the cover of 2 magazines. Atcharin Maditz is a South Sudanese model from the United States. She walked 44 shows as well. She opened 2 of those shows and closed 2. She was also featured on the cover of 2 magazines this year. Sarah Choi is a South Korean model. She was actually the winner of Korea's Next Top Model Cycle 3. This year alone, she walked 44 shows, she opened 1 and closed 2. She was also featured on the cover of 5 magazines this year. Felice Noordhoff is a model from the Netherlands. She started at a young age, and at the age of 15, she walked for Prada. This year alone, she's walked 58 shows where she opened 2 shows and she closed 2. She's also been featured on the cover of 3 magazines. Now, these next group of models need no introduction. These are the top contenders for Model of the Year in 2020. Anokia is another South Sudanese model that quickly rose to fame when she was discovered at a homecoming event. She's been booked and busy ever since she started her career, and this year was no exception. This year alone, she's done 8 magazine covers thus far. She featured on the cover of Vogue Netherlands, Vogue Germany, Vogue Japan, and she's also been in 18 other magazine publications this year alone as well. So far, she's walked 25 shows where she opened 1 and closed another. She's walked for Valentino, Burberry, Fendi, Versace, among some others. The next contender is Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid has been featured on the cover of 11 magazines total this year. She's also walked in 30 shows this year where she opened 5 of those shows and she closed another 6.
I am pleased to announce the Model of the Year 2019 is Adet Aked.
Adet Aked is a back-to-back Model of the Year recipient, and I won't be surprised to see her take it again this year. Adet has been featured in 10 magazine covers this year, and she's also been published in 24 other magazines as well. She's walked in 35 shows where she opened 2 shows and closed 6. Some of the major shows that she walked in were for Boss, Chanel, Fendi, Versace, and Alexander McQueen. Now, looking at this list, it's easy to pick any one of these models to be Model of the Year, but I really think it's between Bella Hadid and Adet Aked. Now, being awarded the Model of the Year is not just what you do in front of the camera or on the runway, it's also what you do outside of modeling. How are you a role model? And I think Adet Aked has really set an example with all of the work that she's doing to give back to the community. And this is what I think would put her over the edge to receive another Model of the Year award.
Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's modeling or acting on medicine. You should never doubt yourself or let the world convince you that it is not possible. Because if a little dark-skinned South Sudanese refugee who comes from absolutely nothing can do it, so can you. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
So guys, these are the contenders for Model of the Year in 2020. Who do you guys think is gonna win the award? Drop your comments down below and let me know. If you guys like this video, always appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.